Good afternoon, everybody. This is Philsov, and you are just tuning into the fight between Dol and Otabo here in Netherworld Bracket and Season 2 of the Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3 AI Tournament. As far as these teams go, Otabo just got sent down here to the Losers Bracket after a very long and hard-fought loss against Ezron. He has a speed save Knight, not ironically, but oddly, with a Jade Armlet and Sleep Sword. Oracle, Nose, Weapon Guard. Am I confusing people here? No, I'm not. Too many damn Oracles. Okay. Oracle, White Magic. She's chilling. Top of the Geomancer. Time Magic Secondary. Love the little hybrid thing going on. Very MA based. And then Blake the Singing Chemist with a gun. And then over on Dol's side, we have Blix the Item Using Lancer, the Summoner with Talk Skill, and Equip Armor, Punch Art, Speed Save, Geomancer, and Mary Magdalene, the Calculator, Oracle, Who Knows, Zombie, and Raise, and Asuna. Those are only 3 spells, so if she's not doing anything offensive, she's casting Zombie. So, unique spell collection there. Today's fight is the Banished Fort, good old 115. There is a humongous wall in the way, so melee kind of gets screwed out of the deal, but we have a Lancer on one side and a Knight on the other, and everything else is kind of ranged. So, see this little barrier right here? They have these little steps, and these people can go up this way, and they can meet in the middle and have a little party, and here's a weird pit thing, and here's where Lara gets stabbed. Yay. Let's see if I can get these AIs right. Ugh, one sec. Okay, looks like the... yeah, Priest is protecting the Geomancer. So, he is going to protect Geomancer. And then everyone else is standard auto battle. But yeah, 2 kind of quirky teams. They don't really have too many cookie cutter type characters. Looks like Dol's team is playing team defensive. So this gives Otabo's Bard Chemist a chance to throw out some buffs, as the Geomancer also throws out haste left and right. And then Dol, the pretty little summoner, maybe, yeah, does nothing either. Yeah, they're just kind of waiting. Layer upon layer, make your mark haste. Hits the Geomancer, hits the Chemist, does not hit the Oracle. So, I guess it'll just be thrown out more elsewhere. Oh, that sucks. The AI is kind of dumb when it comes to songs. Blake's turn came up. I guess he was going for like a nameless song, or last song. But the CTR is so long that if it comes up again, he decides to cast it again instead of let the counter, which was already at like 8 or so, keep on going. Meanwhile, we have the Oracle and the Knight. They're kind of foregoing the ramp, just going in for the side little alleyway, and they're about to get met with a summon to the face. Dol throws out a Salamander onto the now hasted Mary and Knight. Medium-sized damage, 150, 180. Blake moves forward some, stops singing, starts throwing out the X potions. Sorry, keep on screwing up my oracles. Yeah, Tess, not Mary. Mary's on the other side. There's Mary. She's still waiting. Some Diminish coming out of Tess. Back across the little rampart, which then gets countered by Dol the Summoner. Keep on dealing out damage to each other. Top of the Geomancer, he's up, and he keeps on going for the hastes. Refreshing it on the Oracle and keeping on trying to cast it onto the Knight. As Ezron the Geomancer moves forward, starts doing her little Geomancer thing on the Oracle, who's also stopped now. Ugh. Haste all around. Knight's now hasted. Beastly's up. Does some chakra action. Heals her up. Heals himself a little bit. Regens. Haste wears off on Blake and the Geomancer. Blake goes for the high ground. Starts sniping off what looks like a best compat summoner. So she goes and heals herself. And then Mary joins the fray. 100% zombie onto him. As Mool resolves and heals up some people. Blix moves forward a little bit. Hops on to Tess and will be dealing almost lethal damage to her. I think she'll be left with like 9 or so. Zombie resolves. The singing Chemist is now a zombie. Singing Chemist. As the Knight moves forward a little bit, does some Merge Lash action onto the Summoner for medium damage. Geomancer, of course, keeps on doing the haste thing. Hastes up himself, hastes up the Oracle. Jump resolves. Oracle's in critical condition now. As Ezron goes for some double panel Hell Ivy to kill her. Yeah, and inflict minor damage onto the Geomancer. Chemist falls back, throws out some Phoenix down. That's one way to cure stop, I guess. She's back in the game with a whopping 1 health. Dol falls back, does some self-Moogle action. Mary's gone for some zombie action onto the Knight, 77%, who blocks a Lancer stab. Oof. There will be no self-healing. Beastly gets in there, does some Spin Fist action, kills the charging summoner, and does a little bit of damage to Mary, who damage splits some of it. Male Geomancer does some Oracle, does some Pitfall onto the Oracle as Tess starts healing up herself. Zombie resolves into the Knight now. Beastly is not a zombie. And then Tess is back in the game, but one jump will still kill her. I don't know. 216 I think it did. So, okay, yeah, now it will. Minor damage onto both of them out of Ezron. And then Blake moves forward again and pings the defense up Oracle and then get the damage split. So she took all 20-something damage from that. Male Geomancer going for some more double panel Geomancy. Knocks out Mary, who has re-raise, and hurts the female Geomancer a little bit. Blix goes for some revival action onto Dol, who of course self-Moogles and runs away. Mary Magdalene pops back up, runs away as well, goes for some more zombie action, but they're both going to get spin-fisted down again, and so much for that much revival. Tess goes and protects herself, so she and the Geomancer are now protected. As Blake inches forward again and keeps on stopping off people with his zombie gun until Ezron looks at him. Does some Hell Ivy action. He's immune to stop, but he still eats 70 damage. Blix, of course, now in sandbagging mode, goes after the Oracle. So she's up. As Otabo moves forward and goes for a single panel. Oh, a don't move spell onto Ezron, which misses. And then we got Tess throwing out protects. As Mary goes for some revival onto Dol, but that ain't happening. Beasley's right there. He has a sword. And he says no. Protect resolves on the Chemist. Blix moves forward, goes for some more revival action onto Mary. And then Blake, with the gun, sees Mary and kills her. 56 damage. As Ezron keeps on pummeling the Chemist with Geomancy, he's taken 70 more damage. I think he has like 280 health, so 2 more elementals and he's dead unless he, heals himself. But he can't, he's a zombie. Geomancer deciding to forego Elemental, going for double panel Don't Act, hits the Lancer successfully. Misses on the Geomancer. But she's getting a Paralyzed charge onto her, which she guards against because she's rocking, I believe, an Aegea shield. So there's 50% magic evasion for you. BC goes back into the fray. Earth Slashes, only to get countered for about as much damage as he did. The now not moving Lancer goes for some more revival action. And then Blake falls back and starts singing a song. I don't know what he's singing, but we'll see in a sec. Ezron going into melee range. Goes after the male Geomancer. Gets counter-flooded. As Otabo falls back and does some elemental onto the Oracle, and they keep on killing her. Poor girl.